Hello there, YouTube. First video of 2018. Gotta make it right. Us Russians have a saying, the way you greet the new year is the way you're gonna spend it. For the majority of Russians, that means, usually pretty drunk, stuffed with unhealthy food and with people you regret. Meeting up in the morning. We don't want to do that. Housekeeping. Smoking my Dagner. Hands took the softy bit off. With Macallan Tastemaster. One of my, staples. This video will be sort of a description of my first purchase, tobacco-related purchases of 2018, and it will hopefully lead into the, my top 5 tobaccos of 2018, 17. Sorry, getting confused with the numbers. Because those lists will overlap. Well, first thing first, I picked up an order from probably my favorite online tobacco store here in Moscow. Bought their calendar for 2018. Let me show you just on page. See that? That's a huge ass, calendar. That's the January. It's just the promotional material, but they are selling this for 10 rubles. No, 10 rubles is less than a buck. Less than £1, less than €1. It's less than a quarter for the US viewers, so it's dirt cheap. So naturally I bought it. It will be hanging in my right above my toilet seat. Bought 2 cigars. I'm gonna expand my hobby into cigars. I use this instead of a normal humidor because I'm broke. Now this thingy tells me that everything is okay as of now. Sorry, I have to bother you with the sound of a wrapper, but this first one came without any packaging. Let the mispronunciation commence. So this one is Figueros. I think that's the smallest one. I believe these are called Mananitas. Small, very small cigar. The only reason I purchased it is that it's a Cuban cigar, and I don't know about the rest of the world, but we here in Russia believe that real cigars come from Cuba. So I'll probably start with this one. It looks nice, at least to me. And the second one, I wanted something more imposing looking, because I don't have a clue what I'm buying. So this one is Castillo del Morro Maduro. Dark wrapper, so it will probably be stronger one. It comes from República Dominicana, so it's not a Cuban cigar. But I don't care, and I probably won't tell the difference. Let's put these back and close it. And don't irritate you with the noise. Sorry about that. I have zero experience with cigars, so any tips, tricks, precautions, anything like that are welcome. Because when it's sort of this store is sort of a Soviet type, and when the middle-aged, very Soviet-looking lady at the counter is selling you cigars and she calls them yummies, I tend to get nervous. Just a tiny bit. Rest of the order, the new part of the order, I purchased 2 samples, Cabby's Mixture. It's a famous blend by Gowith and Hogarth, manufactured since 1795. This has Perique in it, and I think I haven't tried Perique yet. It will probably be quite a strong blend, and this one is even stronger. That's Gowith and Hogarth Sweet Rum Twist. Never had a twist tobacco in my life. I'll try that. Well, I still remember this. If you watch my videos, you will probably know that I usually paint over the health and safety labels, paint them black. Well, it turns out that in Russia, at least in Russia, these health and safety labels are held by the water-based glue, so you can just, soak it in warm water for, a couple of minutes, and you can peel them off with, your fingernail. Apart from this order, I picked up, I also, by chance, visited 2 rather big stores that are situated, smack dab in the center of Moscow. Probably irritated, employees at both, because in one place I asked to show me a very, very, very expensive pipe, probably the most expensive one they had on display. No, maybe not. They also had downhills, but pretty expensive pipe. Without any intention of purchasing it, because I don't have the money. But the girl was, very nice. She's usually nice to me. She knows me, just my face. Hello, hello, etc. She was kind enough to show me the pipe, and she also said she knows nothing about that, and I just exploded over her. You might need to take notes. Here goes. For the history, etc., etc., etc. On the second store I visited, I was looking at, they were for some reason eager to show me their stock, and they, among other things, showed me the display cabinet with 7 alleys. I was looking at church wardens because I'm a sucker for church wardens, and I spotted 2 very similar looking sort of short semi-church warden pipes. Don't remember the exact model, but they had these sort of swirly acrylic stems, and I'm a sucker for those as well. And I ended up telling them that, no, you probably placed the price tags wrong. You know, how come? Because this one is smooth, polished, and this one is rusticated, and unless the smooth one has some hidden defects in it, it should be, the price for that one should be higher, and you have it backwards. So they had to go through their records, and indeed they found out that they placed the price tags wrong. They ended up playing a trick back at me, because they said, because I purchased this Bell's Three Nuns from them, manufactured right now in Denmark made, and they said that someone at the store said, I think we have an old Orlik made one, an Orlik made tin. That got me excited, but turned out, of course, they don't have it. So I ended up with this. This is the current production. It used to be a Creek blend. Now it has, I think, dark fired Kentucky or something like that. And all the reviews claim that J.R.R. Tolkien and Clive Lewis smoked this, though I can't find proof anywhere. Well, I tried it today for the first time. Used the sister of this pipe, and you probably saw me smoking this one with a longer church warden stem, but it also has a short one, so I used that. Tried it for the first time, loved it, but I didn't get the tobacco, to tell you the truth. But I'm a very, very slow learner in as far as tobacco tastes and goes, and my palate is very unrefined, so I'll probably warm up to it, because I was in such a rush. I tried to film this very video in the park today, but despite the fact that we have rain and warm weather and 0 snow outside, we still have the winter day, which is very short, so the video was very rushed and turned out too dark. Okay. Anyways, the jury is still out on this tobacco. But so many people like it. I must give it a try. I also refilled my storage, restocked on the tobaccos that are currently in my rotation and show no sign of leaving. These are the tobaccos that will be in my, not exactly top 5, but mine probably the list of the Yeah, it is a top 5, you know. My top 5 list. First one. I had to restock on this because I'm running out. Bought it in the Super Tabak store, the web store. 40 grams of Some Will Go with Fire Dance Flake. You know, for me it's, you know, the best of both worlds, because I like flake tobacco, and I love aromatics. So this one, you know, does both. I talked about this, you know, don't need to repeat myself. It's a very nice, very flavorful aromatic tobacco in the flake form. Learned about this from Pip of Pip's Pipery Practices, and I'm very, very grateful. I'm grateful for a lot of things. Pip, I mean, you're dead, but this one, you know, it's just amazing tobacco for me. The second one, bought it from the first store, you know, proper store I visited, where I lectured the poor girl on the pipe manufacturers. Peaches Wild Atlantic. I also mentioned that and reviewed that in a way. It's what can I say? It says traditional English blend on the pouch. Does it exactly what it says. It's an English, you know, Latakia / Orientals forward tobacco, but a very, very mild one, which is great because you can just stuff it into the pipe and not, you know, think much about what are you smoking, what are you trying to get out of the smoke. Great everyday tobacco. Perfect. For me, at least. Then we'll continue with aromatics. Probably heard about this one. I probably just saw the pouch and I love the color. But I also heard about this one from Rene. I'll put a link because I'm definitely going to butcher his nickname. So you know this guy. The most I think he only does, you know, brief, to the point, nice tobacco reviews. Just, you know, the whole YTPC owes him a big one, in my opinion. I think I learned about this one from him as well. It's another aromatic. The Kentucky Bird, manufactured, I think, by the Scandinavian Pipe Tobacco. Yeah, Scandinavian Tobacco Group. In the past, I used to like Mac Baren Original Choice. This one is somewhat similar, but it takes everything that, you know, Original Choice does and does it better, in my opinion. It's a very, very mild, pleasant tobacco with nice room note. I've heard no complaints about people I smoke, you know, this tobacco around. It also has, as it says on the pouch, natural flowers, but you know, the taste is much more natural than, you know, the Lakeland tobaccos. So if you like floral, notes in your tobacco and you hate Lakeland Essence, you might give it a try. Maybe you'll like it. These two tobaccos are getting, their separate jars. Also already, bought a jar for this one, and this one is the second. I'll just buy a couple of pouches, just stick them in the jar, and always have, some of these, a mild English and a mild aromatic, just for, any day. Just reach and grab. I think that's, a nice simple idea. Third one, we have two left. And those who view my channel regularly will know the last one. And they'll probably think they know this, the one before last one as well. You might think that I'm going to take out this, showed it, the McClelland Testmaster, but it doesn't make the list this year. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because I smoked it so much. And got tired of it. Maybe it's because at one point I tried to make it more moist and I overdid it. It's still very, very moist, unfortunately. Maybe it's because it's harder to obtain. It plainly costs more. But it doesn't make the list. What does make the list is this one, the Sutliff Great Outdoors. Came out quite a surprise for me, because I didn't plan on buying this. I know nothing about this, knew nothing about this at the time. I bought it as a gift to a friend. Ended up buying a tin and loved it. I love that it's cheap, it's cheerful, it's mild, it has the sort of an aftertaste and tin note that nothing else, I think, out there seems to have. I love reading, Russian reviews on this tobacco, people trying to pinpoint what is the tin note. They come up with strangest ideas, and I actually holding back. I try not to go into the comments and say it's root beer. People, you just don't know the drink. Well, for me, anyways, it smells like root beer and has a sort of a root beer-y taste. I love the irregular cut for some reason, because I struggle with this cut. I have nothing against this one. Just lights up perfectly, holds the light perfectly. And last but not least, my Desert Island Tobacco, the Mac Baren Navy Flake. I spoke about this one many times. it's a flake, which is always a bonus for me. It just has a great taste and beautiful tin note, which translates, in my opinion, nicely into the taste and the smell of the tobacco. No complaints. If I could smoke just one tobacco out of all of these, Barry Navy Flake will probably be the choice. Plus, I read an article on Tolkien, and the author claimed that he was a Navy Flake smoker. And unlike those who claim that he smoked 3 nuns, this article in fact referenced his son, Christopher Tolkien, and they also claim that tins of Navy Flake were found in Tolkien's house. So this theory has no proof, in my opinion at least. So that's it, I think. The way you greet the new year is the way you're gonna spend it. Okay, I just made a almost half an hour video. Sorry. My apologies to people who prefer shorter videos, but it's just how I roll. No. I know majority of you are probably already working. That was your first work week. I hope you didn't strain yourself. I hope everything went smoothly and with no rush. Us Russians, we're still on holidays. Will commence next Tuesday. I'll probably squeeze in a couple of more videos before that. And I will go on making videos for your viewing pleasure. Thanks a bunch. Thank you for joining me this evening. Here's to, a new and productive year once again. Thanks for dropping by. I'll be back soon with another one of my videos. Until then, see you people. See you and goodbye.